So in Python, there is something called list comprehension, and it's like a shorter way of writing, of using the for loop. All right. So this simple code loops through number 1 to number 11, and then it prints every number it's looping through. All right, 1 to 10. All right. Remember, it doesn't count the last number. If you wanted it to count 11, all you had to do is make this 12 and it will count 11. But we don't want that. All right. Okay. But a shorter way to write this would be to do this. So I for I in range this. Right, store it in a variable. And then you can decide to print that variable. Now this might look longer, but it's actually shorter in more complex examples. So let's go numbers. And then it helps because it creates a list which is more useful than this. This is almost useless the way it is printed, but when you have a list is a data type that can be manipulated for many other things in your application when you start building applications. So this is extremely useful, which is why list comprehension is important. So you just have to learn the syntax, I for I and blah blah blah. All right. Another example is if there's a condition here, if I, let's say I want to print just even numbers, I modulus 2 is equal to 0. That's the condition you want to use. Right, you then tab. Right, you only want to print even numbers. How do you make that change here? Just copy this and paste it here. Make sure there's a space between these two. And let's run our code. So these are our even numbers, but it is more useful in a list. And we achieved that using the list comprehension. That is it, the list comprehension. I hope that's easy to understand. And now that we have done the list comprehension, in our next video, I will be making a web application, a calculator that can be uploaded online. I want us to have a web application, something like this.